When you began your business, your top two resources were time and human effort, and you got lots of it. And for the lack of a better word, it's also known as sweat equity. You build your business with no monetary or salary compensation. But you work hard to get it off the ground and make it successful. And every successful entrepreneur reaches a point in their business where time and effort no longer produce the results it once did. Hey there, Ann Rusnak here, your host to Sailing to Unstoppable Success. When you began your business, it ran the way you imagined. Clients sign on, revenue lands, the winds fill your sails, and the current carries your momentum forward. Everything feels easy and fun. And then that current shifts. No storm, no warning, just a quiet change beneath the surface. The workload that once felt manageable starts to feel relentless. You start each morning with the sense that you're already behind. So you work harder, you're working longer, and you're stretching yourself further and further. Yet somehow the gap between what needs your attention and what actually gets finished keeps growing. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. Nearly every successful entrepreneur reaches this point. The strange part, would you believe your success causes it? The same things that helped you create a thriving business also creates new challenges. More clients bring more communication. More projects create more moving parts. More opportunities demand more decisions. And every new commitment sounds reasonable when you decide to take it. But then the pile of stuff grows and grows and grows. And one day you look up and wonder how the business you loved started consuming so much of your life. I call this the Bottleneck of Stuff Syndrome, or BOSS for short. It marks the natural stage of business growth. From the outside, your business looks healthy. Clients coming in and your revenue's holding steady. But inside, you feel exhausted and behind, like no matter how you adjust the sails, you still get pulled off course. And you probably never noticed a new boss taking over your business, one far worse than the ones from any of the jobs you ever held. So how does this new boss run your days? As your business grows, the amount of stuff grows right along with it. More emails, more follow-up, more decisions, more requests, more responsibilities, more things demanding your attention. And while none of them seem like a problem on their own, together they take over your day. You spend more time doing busy work instead of the actions needed to keep clients and revenue coming in. Your calendar continues to fill, your task list grows, your evenings and weekends disappear, and so does your personal life. And time off feels impossible at this point, and your energy continues to drop. The business keeps demanding more, and the current of stuff grows stronger. Meanwhile, you respond the same way as most women entrepreneurs. You look for a better planner, a better app, a better system, a better way to organize everything. Searching for that one tool you hope will finally pull it all together. After all, boss feels like a time problem. You have too much to do and not enough time to do it. So it's natural you turn to time management. Now, it may help a little, but it really doesn't address the reason the pile of stuff grew and continues to grow in the first place. Why? Because boss didn't start from a lack of time. It began with growth. Your business grows. The amount of stuff grows. Time management was created for employees with predictable hours and one job position. And your day looks nothing like that. You carry everything forward. Clients, commitments, decisions, the people who need you, and the current never stops moving beneath you. Time management asks you to fit more into the day. Even the mere idea will exhaust you. I know it exhausted me. And you ask yourself, how do you add more to an already overflowing day? Now, I wish I knew the answer to that question when I started my business and the bottle of stuff syndrome showed up. Years ago, I too spent plenty of time searching for the perfect planner and the perfect system. I attended seminar after seminar looking for the answer. At one event, I raised my hand and asked a simple question. When do I pick up my daughter from school? When do I do the laundry, the shopping, the cooking? The entire room fell silent. Finally, someone answered, my wife does it. And when you're the wife and mother running the business, the demands on you multiply, especially those balancing family, clients, responsibilities, and business all at the same time. Eventually, I learned something that changed everything. That pile of stuff didn't grow because I lacked discipline. The pile didn't grow because I needed another planner. The pile grew because my business outgrew the way I managed it. Sweat equity was no longer the answer. I mean, after all, there are only so many hours in a day, and pushing harder leads to exhaustion, feeling frazzled, and eventually burnout. And I did experience burnout. And that realization changed how I looked at growth. See, time management feeds the bottleneck of stuff syndrome, but time leveraging quietly stars it. And that's the good news. Boss doesn't signal failure. Boss isn't a time management problem. Boss signals a new level of growth for your business. And you reach this point because you built your business the right way. Recognize what actually happened. You grew a successful business. Congratulations. Go out and celebrate that. Take just a few moments even. You deserve that. The old approach no longer fits. And once you see that, you can start to take back control by leveraging your greatest asset, time. You can let go of the idea of working hard. With time leveraging, you can reclaim breathing room. You can regain ownership of your calendar. You can create space for your personal life. And you can enjoy the business you work so hard to build. And recognizing boss becomes the first step towards bringing that joy back. In the next episode, we're going to explore more as to why time management fails entrepreneurs, especially women entrepreneurs, and what makes time leveraging the answer. Ann Rusnak here, and you just sailed through another episode of Sailing to Unstoppable Success. If you want to go even deeper, join me on Substack, where I share extra insights, behind-the-scenes thinking, and content made specifically for established women whose business quietly took over their life. You can find that at sailingtounstoppablesuccesscommunity.com. I'd love to see you there. And remember, you're born unstoppable, fabulous, unstoppulous. So subscribe if you didn't already, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, stay unstoppulous.